Good morning, everyone. This is Brian Johnson with Corporate Fit, and today we are going to talk about weight loss, the big fat lie. There's a lot of information on infomercials and fad diets that come out on get skinny quick schemes and things of that nature, and what we're going to talk about today is some background information so you understand why someone loses 10 pounds in 2 days and how it's not necessarily accurate information. And we're going to talk about some things that you can be aware of, but really trying to educate you on safer, more effective ways to implement programs into your lifestyle to achieve consistent, realistic results that you can maintain and enjoy yourself in the process. So you want to be very aware there's a lot of fad diets that are out that don't necessarily work. Matter of fact, none of them really work because you can't really do this on a consistent basis daily and enjoy yourself, okay? And one thing you want to be aware of is that there are 3 types of weight that you can lose: fat, muscle, and water. 1 pound of muscle burns between 30 and 60 calories a day. 1 pound of fat burns between 2 and 6 calories a day. It's absolutely essential that you have a small portion of protein. Portions are dependent upon the size of the individual, so keep that in mind. You want to make sure that you have a small portion of protein, 5 to 6 meals a day, so that your body doesn't resort to burning your muscle tissue for fuel, which is an issue. That slows down your metabolism to the tune of 30 to 60 calories per pound your body loses, okay? We want to make sure that we conserve the muscle tissue as much as possible, because if not, the body starts to burn it. Then what happens is the same amount of food that you were eating beforehand now will cause you to gain body fat and in turn gain weight, and that's not what you want, okay? There are things out there as far as low carb, ketogenic diets, Atkins diets. I've done the Atkins diet, lost 50 pounds in 2.5 months, and I was absolutely miserable, okay? So we like to kind of take these tools and these diets and interweave some different philosophies into them. So what you want to understand is that on low carb and zero carb diets, per gram of carbohydrates that you eat or that your body has currently in its cells is 2.7 grams of water per gram of carbohydrate. Simply stating, you go to an Atkins diet or a low carbohydrate diet, per gram of carbohydrates that you burn out of your system, there's 2.7 grams of water that goes along with it, okay? So if you're doing a consistent amount and your activity level is really high and your carbohydrates are really low, you obviously see what happens from a water reduction perspective, and you can lose 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 pounds in a day, which is not necessarily all fat. Remember, you got fat, muscle, and water. A true way to really tell what's going on is to have a machine that measures your hydration or your body fat so you can really see what your body's doing internally. That gives you accurate information to make proper nutritional adjustments so that you're not just guessing and kind of just going by the scale, because the scale doesn't necessarily give you a great indicator of what's going on internally. Okay, and I know a lot of times the way these diets are designed is to make you lose a big chunk up front so that you are emotionally geared into the program and believe that it's working for you, when in essence it's actually tearing down your metabolism and making it worse. And it's a vicious cycle, okay? So that being said, the scale is not something necessarily that you want to weigh or use as your only tool to measure exactly what's going on, okay? You want to make sure, like I said, that you have something that measures your hydration, your body fat, your lean muscle tissue, so you can see exactly what's going on. Realistic as far as the amount of body fat you can lose in a week is anywhere from 1 to 3 pounds. As you age, this will change. I speak from experience. I had no problem losing weight in my earlier time, but as I've gotten older, it has consistently gotten more different. So hormonal age does play a difference. Doesn't make it impossible, but it does make it a little bit different, okay? What I look for when I'm analyzing a program is balance. Barry Sears with the Zone Diet is awesome. David Wolf with the Raw is awesome. I use a combination of a lot of different things. I like to use proteins, carbohydrates, and fats that are good for me through organic, good food sources. And you want to try to do the same thing for you. Balance is always better because you're not going to be deficient and your body's going to have the nutrients that it needs to burn the body fat and to put your body into a healthier position as you're going through the program. So hopefully this information helped you out. Hopefully you learn a few things that you can take into account, execute in your lifestyle, and see how you feel. I would encourage you to get a journal and write down what you feel like 20, 30 minutes after you eat, so you can see what your mood feels like, what your stomach feels like, whether you feel like taking a nap. All those are huge tools to give you feedback on how your body's reacting to the foods that you eat. So, hopefully this worked out for you. And remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness.